So what we're going to do is start looking at some of the posturing material. This is pre-contact, and it's like when Coach and I approached each other. This is the area where social exchange happens. I might accidentally bump into someone, they get angry with me, I'll look at your boyfriend and you're upset. We start having some sort of communication and it elevates. So in this range, I call this critical distance, and this is a study of range and posturing. Jen just shifted her feet to a double weight. I need to be aware of that. I need to understand, how does the human machine work? Double weight, single weights, doubles, 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 singles. It's really the only two options for the human machine. I want to be able to recognize that in this exchange. I am just outside of critical distance, I think, right? So she has to take a step forward in order to take some sort of action. That allows me to be ahead of time a little bit. Sometimes the way I blade my body will determine where someone moves or goes. I can almost invite them in one side of me or invite them on the other side of me just by how I blade this. So one of the elements that we add to this almost right away, we call the address position. And this is probably the most static version of it. But it could be many different things. I could place them in many different ways while I'm having a conversation. The main thing is, what am I doing? And I have to tell fighters to do this after the first round almost all the time. They start doing this, which increases the potential for them to get hit. Yeah. I'll go, hands up, get your hands up. So I'm going to be aware of space, and I'm going to have my hands up as I have this conversation. I'm so sorry for bumping into you. I meant nothing by it. Maybe we could work this out. So one of the things I have to take into consideration is primal mindsets will sometimes use social placement or a social norm. Everybody familiar what a social norm is? So let's say you're standing in an elevator. Okay. And you're getting ready to go. You're standing with her. She just got in the elevator. They just push the button. Next floor comes up. I'm getting on the elevator. Hi, guys. What floor are we going to? That's not right, is it? I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to go over here against the wall. It's a social norm. Nobody taught us that. Bad guys are aware of this, and they'll use it against you. So one of the ways they will in this, to elevate is they'll start to posture. Now, one thing I've got to be aware of here is critical distance on my belt line. So if I'm more this, right, we'll make it easy. That's not a good thing, right? I'd probably kind of want to have more control. And one of the ways I can control that is how far my hands are out, right? If she runs into that, she makes contact, not me. But see how I'm staggering the hands, I'm blading the body, I'm being aware of this as I have this conversation with them. Questions on that? Okay, that's the drill we're going to do. It's just play with critical distance. Now I've got a box full of toys. You can use your imagination. You can grab a toy. Usually what I'll tell my partner, if I mess up and leave the doors open, if they just touch the belt line, they win. Dang, I'll start over again. Then I could say, hey, I'll be the bad guy this time. Hey, can I borrow $1?
Oh, hey, I don't have any money. Sorry.
Could you take a peek?
Sorry, no,
I'm really down on my luck.
I have tiny woman pockets. I don't have anything.
Okay. She handled that pretty good. Make a mistake once and square up. You scratched my car with your basket. Where's the insurance? Right. So she just postured differently, squared up, and let me too close. Her hands were close to her, so she didn't have the fence up. So what we'll do is just go back and forth with a partner, playing the good guy and the bad guy, and just make ourselves aware of that, and we'll work the address position into the game. If you want toys, I got them. You see the hot redhead, though? She's got all my money. I don't even get it anymore. My work sends it straight to her. I don't know what's going on. It's just the condition I'm in lately. Hey, man, just relax. Just relax. We don't want violence, Everything okay? I don't know what I did wrong, but maybe you can let me know. So we want a bad day. Such a nice person here with us. Yeah, if they do that, then they elevate it. That's actually a really good question.
Sorry, I meant to ask that earlier.
That's okay.
When you guys were playing, but so hands, right?
Yeah, and if he grabs wrist, violently maybe,
So that's initiating.
yeah,
Something.
then he pushes us up the scale at that point. So he's showing us his cards. And we're going to actually do that too. I just kind of going to build on levels of force. Yeah. So one of the questions was, what if they just grab your wrist? What just happened? Elevation, right? They just showed me their cards, and I'm going to, okay, we can go up the scale, but it's not me choosing to do this. Is that important when I have to explain this to someone in leadership later? So right now, we're right around that soft control. It's like a low-level social exchange. I'm de-escalating. We're going to get to the sexy stuff in a minute, I promise. So the next thing is intent. Most of the time, intent is projected here. Like if I'm not angry, but I'm starting to try to make a point because I'm upset, where is intent coming from? Right here. So if I'm here and she gives intent, does she care about hand placement? She walked right into that, didn't she? She gives me intent. I'm like, oh, hey, I don't want any trouble. Just relax. See how she paused for a second? I've got to break intent. I see this if I'm protecting a family member and the threat is focused on them. They don't even care about me. When I work with recognizable clients, I see this a lot. It might be I'm the biggest fan mode, but they don't care that I'm there, so I have to somehow break the intent. So a way to do it is just stagger it, and it doesn't have to stay there just for a second. It might go, hey, just relax. I don't want any trouble, but I'm just trying to break that emotional connection. Does that help a little? Good questions. All right, we'll go right back, play a little more, and then we're going to move to the next section. Let's go. One level of this is I have this on, therefore I will blade. Yep. That's kind of the technique level. I want to understand body placement. I mean, I might actually have this conversation like this because...
See how he shifted me?
I want him closer to that. I also have to take these two guys into consideration. Right. We might... you could even invite just by placement.
So he forced me to go that way.
So he just blocked him. He picked the basketball so that I couldn't even get the action because I was now behind him. So
The critical distance is an art, just like you would study jiu-jitsu. This is a study the same way. We could have classes a couple times a week, and part of it is the gift of gab and understanding the layers of verbal exchange from a threat. Part of the study of critical distance is the gift of gab, communication. Some people will say verbal judo. I look at it a little differently, but it's the study of how to use this tool. There's 3 layers to it that I look for from a threat, and one is just an interview. Earlier, hey, do you have $1? I might not really even care about the money. I just want to have an exchange to see, is this person going to be an easy meal? So she may be the bad guy and come get $1.
Hey, I need some gas money. Can I borrow some money?
What?
Can you just look? I mean, seriously, my car's broken down.
Okay, a bunch of stuff just happened right there. But see what she read? She's a natural killer, man. You see that?
Redhead.
As soon as I took a different posture and I got stuck, she was like, right? So what the first layer is an interview. I don't care what the words are. If I think this is a threat, it's an interview. They're testing. So she went to the next one. She successfully worked out that, this guy's, he's going to give me his whole wallet, not just that $1. What did she do? She raised the pressure a little bit. Yeah. Did you see her start to walk forward? Did you hear her voice start to elevate? Yeah. So does she really want to fight, or does she want to apply social pressure to make me cave? To make me just go, okay, here's the money, leave me alone. That's called wolfing. That's what I nicknamed that. And why is that important to know that level? I don't want to get emotionally involved with it. In my mind, when she does it, I'm like, this person's wolfing me. Okay, I know how to deal with that too. And it's a study, right? And she actually put the 3rd level on it too, which is the same thing I used on the elevator. If I'm having a conversation here, you ever have the person that does this? Oh, what's your name? and your insides are crawling. You're like, oh, that's not how it's supposed to work. Predators know that, and so they will use that to intimidate. So she actually put all three of those together in that one. Does that help understand what's happening there? The way we'll train this is, we call it a sidewalk drill. I might put a couple of cones up, have the student just walk, and then I'll be the bad guy. I might put 2 bad guys up, 3 bad guys up, and we just work the gift of gab. And it's like anything, the better you get at it, or the more you do it, the better you get at it. You can practice it in your car, in the shower. It's just the ability to use the tool. Does that help? Do you want to try this a little more with your partner, adding those things in? Okay, one more round, and then we're going to, some physical contact is going to happen. Let's go.